Good morning, David. Hey, this is Doug. I'll go ahead and take the call from here. I greatly appreciate you taking the introduction for us this morning. So thank you very much. I'll go ahead and put the lines here. Folks, if you will hit star 6 on your end, that'll make sure that we keep the lines clear for everybody as we take the next half hour or so. And I want to say welcome to this Go Diamond Focus Call. It is my pleasure and privilege. It's an honor for me to be filling in for David Moses this morning as he is away enjoying a much-needed time of rest. Many of you know that he and Chris Estes and Russ Bianchi did a very grueling Life Unlimited tour that they obviously greatly enjoyed the opportunity to meet so many of you and us as they traveled around the country talking about Life Unlimited and what that looks like here within Visa International. But again, my name is Doug Spook. My wife Amy and I live in the Athens, Georgia area, and we are Black Diamonds in the Zija Compensation Plan. Have wonderful opportunities just all the time to help other people with their nutritional goals as well as their financial goals. But today, I would like to talk about looking back at 2013 and then taking a look ahead at 2014. Today's call is somewhat of a pep rally, if you want to call it that, because I know that if you're on this call right now, you know that this is the Go Diamond Focus Call. So that's what we're focused on every Monday morning, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. We are focusing on going diamond. And what does that look like? And what do we need to be doing to achieve that? So obviously, every one of us on the call this morning, if you are not at the diamond level as of yet, then you certainly have that goal in your mind and in your future to do what it takes to achieve that. If you already are a diamond or above, then you're on this call because you are using this as an opportunity to help others on your team reach the goal of diamond and above. So again, it's a wonderful privilege for me to be able to share a few things with you this morning, about the next 25 minutes or so, but I want you to take some notes this morning because class is in session, if I can put it that way. I'm going to be asking you some questions. And I'm going to be pausing intentionally between these questions, because I don't want to just sit here and just talk the entire time. I want to stop and allow you the time to think about these concepts and these examples and these questions that I'm going to be asking you. When Amy and I look back at 2013, we feel very, very blessed, very humbled to have experienced incredible results from a health perspective and a financial standpoint because of the power of Moringa and because of our excellent team, because of the incredible products, the timing, the comp plan, the system, the corporate staff. I could go on and on and on with telling all of us the things that we have within our hands right here within Zija International that are all exceptional tools and the team that we have right here available to us that we can utilize to move forward. But I mentioned the word team. Together, everyone achieves more. Write that down. If maybe you've heard that before, that's fine, but I want that to drive home in our minds today. Because as I ask you some questions, I want you to be having this as a foundation of the way that you answer these questions today. Team. Together, everyone achieves more. I want you to realize this, maybe again for the very first time, maybe you've heard this over and over, but think about not playing this Zija International game. It's not a game, it's a business, but just bear with me for the analogy. But think about playing this not as an individual player, but as a team player. And think about the example of a baseball team. You have obviously two teams that are battling out. Whoever gets the most points, right? Whoever scores the most runs wins the game. Many, many times people have described the efforts of a baseball team as an individual game. But it's actually both. It's an individual game. It's also a team game. Well, think about that. You have a person stepping up to the plate one at a time, and they are contributing their efforts, their swing of the bat, their run of the bases to attempt to score the most points. But then you also have the team effort on top of the individual, along with the individual effort. Right? Because you have that person swinging the bat, hopefully getting on the base, and then you have the next person coming up and trying their best to drive that person in. So it is individual, but it's also a team effort. Well, then think about the defense. They're all out there in their positions, thinking through every little aspect of the game, wondering what they're going to do, or not even wondering, thinking already ahead of time what their response is going to be based on what the person in the batter's box does. So there's an entire team out there working together to defend whatever he does. Let's think about it from the offense, because we're all moving forward together as a team. I'm talking about Zegen Nation, the team, and I'm also talking about you and your team. You have your left team, you have your right team in the compensation plan. But we're all working together as a team. No one, and I've said this multiple times, no one will ever achieve the higher pen ranks alone. It does require a team effort. So let's take a look back at the year 2013. Ask yourself these questions. Did you accomplish what you set out to accomplish in 2013? So take a look all the way back to last December, a year ago at the same time. Did you accomplish the things that you set out to accomplish in 2013? What do I mean by that? Did you reach your goals? Again, I'm intentionally pausing for emphasis to allow you some time to think about this on an individual basis right now as we go through the call today. Did any of us, or did all of us, accomplish what you set out to accomplish in 2013? At the beginning of 2013, did you reach the goals that you set at that time throughout the year? Well, let me ask you the question. Did you write out those goals? Many, many times, people will set goals and they'll have something in their mind, in their heart, that they'll say, you know what, I would really love to achieve this year. And that's wonderful to be thinking that way throughout the year. But listen, time is short. We don't have enough time, it seems, to get the things done that we want to accomplish. And we can be easily distracted because of the busyness of life. So, I have to say this, if you didn't write out your goals, you probably didn't reach them. Now, I don't know that for a fact, but I know that the studies have shown this. Those that write their goals out where they can see them, those are the ones that tend to achieve those goals much better, much quicker than the ones that just think about them and never write them down. So there's a clue there in order to achieve diamond and above in 2014, and that's simply to write out your goals. Why? So you keep them right in front of you, so you can see them every time you walk into your office space there at home. Every time you walk into that office, you can see those goals written out right there in front of you. Maybe you want to keep them in your purse. Maybe you want to keep them in your pocket. So every time you reach into your pocket, there's your goal staring right back at you. As a constant reminder to keep you on track to doing the things that it takes to reach those goals. I have mine right here in my office. I'm doing this call this morning from my home office in near Athens, Georgia area, and I'm looking right at a whiteboard right here on top of my shelf that I write out the goals that I have and Amy and I have for this year. We're going to be making some changes even right now to the goals that we had set for 2013. Some of those we achieved, and some of those we have not achieved yet. But that's okay. It gives you something to shoot for. If you don't aim at anything, you're going to hit it every time, right? Aim at nothing, hit it every time. But you got to aim at something, and it's okay if you fall a little short of that time frame. It still gives you something to shoot for. And so you constantly can change those goals. But it's a constant daily reminder of doing the business building activities in order to achieve those. So did you write out your goals? If not, and even if you did, well, let's write them out again, and let's make the changes that we need for 2014. Right now we're taking a look back at 2013. So let me ask you another question. Did you help others reach their goals? That to me is one of the keys to success. Probably all of us on this call, or most of us, have gone through the Fast Start training call. It is archived at oneteamworldwide.com. It's also every Saturday morning at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. That's one of the pieces of homework that I give every new distributor. Go through the Fast Start training call, through that outline, go through ZG University in the back office to get the foundational training that you need in order to really get off to a fast start. But duplication is the first thing on that Fast Start training outline, is that we must duplicate our efforts through other distributors in order for all of us to work as a team and to be able to reach our goals. So again, the question: did you help others reach their goals? Stop and think about that. Who are the ones throughout your team that are the most active? Who are the ones that are really getting out there and getting with it? Who are the ones that are consistently doing the business building activities on a daily and a weekly basis? Who are the ones that have written out their goals and have shared them with you? Those are the ones that are your business partners that you should be working with all the time to help them reach their goals. So think about that as we look back at 2013. Did you help others reach their goals? Listen, when you keep your focus on others, your success will naturally follow. You've heard that said by many motivational speakers, personal development speakers, that help others get what they want, you'll get what you want. I'll change that around a little bit. When you keep your focus on others, your success will naturally follow. So you want to work in depth. You want to work in that depth and find those folks that you can work with in order to create that solid foundation that you must have in order to reach the higher leadership levels. So take a moment and think back, look back at 2013. What did that look like for you? What did you want it to look like at the beginning of this year, of 2013? And then what did it actually look like for you? And that's good and bad. It can go either way, because your goals, your accomplishments in 2013 will be different from someone else. So take that personal glance back to reflect. Now I want us to take a look ahead. Think about this. It doesn't matter what 2013 looked like for you. I wanted to take a little time to think about those things and to reflect back. That's important. But now I also want us to take a look ahead and ask ourselves this question. What do you want 2014 to look like? Now that's exciting. That's very, very exciting. There's a lot of new folks coming into Zija International all the time. We've had a record year this year in 2013 as Zija Nation, with more and more distributors and customers coming on board and using our products and reaching some of the higher pin rank levels and consistently moving up, doing the business building activities. Folks, this has been an absolutely wonderful year throughout Zija Nation. And so now let's continue riding in that momentum, asking yourself this question: what do you want 2014 to look like? As you think about that, projecting those goals, how many people will you help reach their goals this year? Just as we look back and reflect at how many people did you help or did I help, look forward now. How many people will you help reach their goals this year? That's one of the things that we have on our goal board here in the office. We actually have the names of distributors written out there, the ones that are really getting after it, the ones that have the vision and the passion and that are doing it. We actually have their names written out, right? It says these are the people, and we can add to that all the time. These are the people that we want to help reach their goals this year. Listen, personally, we're the only ones that can make these things happen. We have to make the commitment. So write down your goals right now. Right? So you can do that right now as we speak, as we're on this call, another 15 minutes or so. But I want you really to take time after the call is done and reflect and then project. Obviously, all of us on this call that are not diamond or above yet, that should be on your list of your personal goal. Is whatever pin rank it is that you strive to reach. And I would break that down. I would break it down into smaller bites. You know, you don't want just want to say, I want to be diamond in January or in the first quarter. Sure, if you're getting close to that, yes, that should be your goal. But if you're just getting started, set yourself some reasonable goals, and I call those the long-term, long-range goals, and then do that a bite at a time with the little short-range goals. But put a date on it. Put down a number of people in each leg that you're going to help reach their goals. Write down their names of those that you're going to work with on a daily basis. Again, what do you want 2014 to look like? What about holding a consistent weekly PBR in your home or in the home of one of your distributors locally there in your area? What about being on the conference calls daily? Sometimes people may tend to slack off on that, and at one point they were on them a lot, and now they're hardly on them at all. Maybe you want to add that as one of your commitments to be on the conference calls daily. Why? Because you continually are encouraged, and sometimes you hear the same information, but it's from a different person, it's from a different angle, a different personality. It's wonderful to hear that the passion in their voices, and those that are out there making it happen. We can learn from these folks all the time. It doesn't matter, even at top leadership levels, we still need to make the commitment to be on as many of these calls as we can be. What about doing a certain number of three-way calls? Maybe you want to put that down as one of your goals. The validation calls and the lifeline calls. What about reading personal development books and listening to CDs that are going to help all of us grow in our personal development and become the leader that our teams need us to be? These are all wonderful goals and commitments that we should be setting for ourselves and writing them down to keep us on track to be able to reach those goals and to really make 2014 a tremendous year for all of us, for our teams. One of the things that we've done in our team and many other teams are doing is setting a date to have a New Year kickoff party. We've been doing this now for the last few years. Having a New Year kickoff party where you actually role play and you do goal setting and you do networking and all the things that you can do right there together as a team in that kickoff party, where you can really establish the foundation for what all of us are going to do throughout the new year. So go ahead and set a date for that. Get on the phone with your team today and establish a New Year kickoff party. And then the agenda should definitely include goal setting and writing it out. Maybe you want to do a dream board. A lot of teams do dream boards where you actually have pictures and wording and things that right there in front of you that keeps that in your mind. I have to tell you this, many, many years ago, I got a picture of a place where I wanted to live one day. And I put this picture on my wall, and it was simply the picture of a field with an old field wire fence running down through the middle of it, and a big old buck, a deer, jumping over that fence. And every day, and I had that in my office for many, many years, and every day I would look at it. Matter of fact, I'm looking at it right now. It's right here in my office. And I live now in that place. And so you can see things become reality if you keep them in front of you on a daily basis. That's what that's all about. All of these and so many more things are going to help you reach your goals in 2014. And I know, again, no doubt, all of us on the call have the desire to see these things happen in our lives throughout the new year. So the question is, are we willing to make the commitment to do the things it takes to get there? An intentional pause here to stop and think about it on a personal level. Ask yourself this question, am I willing to make the commitment to do the things that it takes to get there, to achieve those goals that you're writing out? You're the only one that can answer that. Remember, even though these are personal goals that we're talking about, no one can get there alone. So again, work together as a team to help others achieve their goals, and you will achieve yours in the process. So as we take the last 5 or 6 minutes or so of the call this morning, I want us to take a look at some of the tools that we have available to us right now. Obviously, a couple of big things pop to the forefront of my mind. The drum promo. There's a flyer in the back office. You can order this limited edition Moringa drum kit. There's a drum kit 1, drum kit 2. It all depends on how you order it. If you do the drum kit 1 through the mobile app, through your phone app, then it does include some free products, more than what's in the drum kit 2 if you order that through your back office. This is a wonderful opportunity for all of us to have a lot of product and to also have a piece of Zija memorabilia, a piece of history here, as we're all still, just a part of literally a company that's starting up, that's got tremendous momentum, that's got everything in place to be highly successful. We can have a piece of that in our office by having the drum displayed in the office. We can also carry that with us to our events that we do and have it on our product table. All kinds of things you can do with that. So the drum promo is available to all of us right now. And again, take a look at the flyer, the supporting document there on your website, and make sure that you order one of those before this period is over. We also have the new Fit Packs. Tremendous way to introduce people to a healthier lifestyle. You can also utilize the weight management system because, as we all know, people want to lose unwanted pounds. They make all these New Year's resolutions that are really strong and heavy in their minds, and they're determined to do these things certainly through the first quarter of each year, and then it may kind of dwindle away. Hopefully not. Hopefully people maintain commitment to those goals that they set. But you all know what I'm talking about when I say that weight management system is a tremendous way. Get that into the hands, into the bodies of people, and help them reach their goals that they have for themselves throughout the new year as well. We also have the Success from Home magazine. What a tremendous magazine that you can put in the hands of someone, have them flip through that, read through that. Great stories there. My wife and I feel very, very privileged to be a part of that. And that's a way that we can help all of Zija Nation continue to grow your business. So those are just a few of the things, the tools that we have available to us right now. There's a lot more I could go into on each one of those. Folks, remember, we have a tremendous opportunity here. We have the best products. We have the best business opportunity for all of us to be highly, highly successful. People out there are literally praying for answers, for better health and for better finances. So talk to the people, share your story, tell them what it's done for you, both physically and financially. People are looking for that freedom that you and I have, or that you and I can have through Zija International and the opportunity that it brings us. So as we close this out in the last few minutes, what does your new commitment look like for 2014? Not just for yourself, but to make these things happen for you and for your team. Let's take a look ahead. Do you see it happening for you? I want everybody right now, as we close out the call, I want you to look ahead to the summit, which is the international convention that Zija has every October. In your mind's eye, do you see yourself walking across that stage being recognized as a diamond or above at the convention in October? I fully believe that you need to see that in your mind and then make the commitment to do the things it takes to get there. What's the foundation of all of that? Do you have the belief in the products? Do you have the belief in the opportunity? Do you have the belief in the corporate staff, in the compensation plan, in the timing, in the system? And then finally, in yourself. Ooh, sometimes that's where it hurts. Because we can have massive total 10, from a scale of 1 to 10, we can be a 10 in the belief system of all of those things that are offered here at Zija International. But when it comes right down to ourselves, that's where we may tend to have a doubt. Maybe you're not quite sure if you can do this. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can. There are so many people, and probably everybody on this line, and everybody that's achieved a high level of success in Zija will tell you the same thing. Look, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Amy and I will be first to tell anybody, if we can do it, anybody can do it. Folks, we understand life is busy. There's things going on, but busy people get things done. So take some time this morning, throughout the day, going into New Year's, and reflect on 2013, but then project what you want your 2014 to look like. And as you do that, then make the commitment to yourself and to your team to make it happen. And when you do that, we know that Amy and I, when I say we, Amy and I know we will see you at the top. And folks, that's very, very exciting for us. It's very, very exciting for all others on this call, as well as the corporate staff. I mean, we rejoice when someone achieves the next 10 rank, because we know that is a process that which it requires to continue to move forward to the higher 10 rank and the higher leadership levels. We know 2014 looks extremely promising, very, very exciting, especially for all of those that make the commitment to make things happen throughout the new year. Again, Amy and I look forward to seeing all of you at so happy New Year, everybody, and the lines are open.